He's a perfect 5-0 on home ice here this month. They drop the puck and away we go. The first of 3 meetings between these two teams. Hustinina shoots. Harrison to stop. He almost stuffed it 5-hole. He chipped it along the near side, picked off by Lohrei. Lohrei scrambles back of the net. Backhand. Corrali shoots. Harrison the save and the rebound off the side of the net. Bank shot wouldn't go.
Where they keep the play alive down deep. Backhand pass. Lohrei with a nice feed.
Lindholm cranked it around. Janot's there. His centering feed. Harrison a stop on Corrali. He's had a couple of great chances here in the first.
He can be really effective.
And at 6'5", almost 220 pounds, sometimes he can surprise guys with his agility with the puck. He's got 6 goals this season. 4 have come this month. Lohrei punched it to Mitten. Swings it right at the net. Wanted to play give and go. Arvidsson shoots. He scores! Victor Arvidsson able to sizzle one through Ersson. Bruins 1, Flyers nothing.
Arvidsson plays the half wall back to the point. Lohrei tried to go down the wall, deflects, but the support is there for Mitten. If you create a little 2-on-1 on that side of the ice, you drive the net, you take a couple Flyers with you, that's going to open up space.
But he's among a handful of guys that the GM, Danny Briere, is going to have to figure out how he's going to sign. This puck is brought in by Aspro to Geekie, threw it to the slot. Zaka, he scores! He settled it and then chipped it top shelf. Bruins 2, Flyers nothing.
Zone, but here's the key to the play. Aspro pulls this puck out of traffic. He gets the space. He generates speed through the neutral zone, and then he drives the net. You get production from your D just like that. And what a beautiful finish. Zach is able to settle that puck down. There's a breakdown in coverage by the Flyers.
You got Nick Delorier on the ice right now, along with Garnet Hathaway. Sealer with a drive, and Swayman the save, the rebound.
Certainly some thought and some conversation between the Bruins brass as to how we're going to start this game tonight. Well, it's been good so far.
Flyers bring it in. Grabenkin on his backhand. Swayman the save, they score. And I think anytime we have one of these plays, I think the most important thing that has to be brought up is the call on the ice was goal. So you're going to need something clear and evident to overturn it.
After Boston challenge, there was goaltender interference in the play.
Flyers under Rick Tocchet, his first year as the head coach in Philadelphia. He played 11 of his 18 seasons for the Flyers. Patra, backhand, Harrison the save, rebound, whacked out of there. Patra again, up top to McAvoy. Now, Aspero, Patra, shoots, Harrison beat him with a glove. Geekie now. Reaches forward, look out, Grabenkin left of the net. Swayman holds his ground, and then he got toppled by Lindholm. Michkov, he had a very quiet first period. Didn't have a single shot on net, played just over 4 minutes. Somebody's without a glove.
Yeah, Peak, I think.
Middlestat dips around to check, carries it in, Mitten space, shoots, he scores! Fraser Mitten finds the 5-hole. Bruins 3, Flyers nothing.
Kind of in the offensive zone. You need a save here if you're Flyers. I mean, not taking anything away from Mitten. It's a nice play by Middlestat. Escapability at his own blue line in order to get up ice. I guess you put this in the high danger chance category for him where the release is off the rush because he's inside the dot, between the hash mark and the dot.
Those are some decent positions, and that, he said, was part of the game he wanted to try and figure out. Rushing the other way is Ristolainen. Konechny, an area pass. Grabenkin a drive, kicked out by Swayman. He finished his check hard in the corner. Konechny shoots, he scores! He was all by himself and sizzles it in. Flyers on the board, it's 3-1 Bruins.
Well, that's a good response right there by Philly, and that's the guy you want shooting. He's hot, too hard, or whatever. For those that see the Flyers play all the time, it's body contact on the forecheck. Bruins, there's 4 Bruins in and around the puck, but they can't manage it. It's just Looked like the Bruins are trying to make a play from out of the corner.
Here's Hathaway, who grew up in Kenny Bunkport. To the slot, Drysdale shot block, rebound, slamming the save. Rebound, here's Juleson. A lot of humanity out in front, blocked. Pasternak to Lindholm up top. Gets around Brink, who's without a stick. Pasternak centers, tapped, out in front. Ersson went post to post. And it's flipped out of there by Grabenkin, racing back to get it to Zadorov. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the second. 3-1 Bruins. Mitten, who scored this period, centers. Ersson the stop. Middlestad, he scores! This line has been buzzing, and Casey Middlestad lifts the backhand home. Bruins 4, Flyers 1.
Keep this play onside. And then Mitten with his eyes up, the net drive. Peake gets the first opportunity. Ersson gets across with the left pad. But Middlestad is having a terrific evening for the Bruins tonight. Able to pull that puck in tight by his skates to avoid the poke check.
Pasternak draped on him. Hathaway. Now Corrali. Draws some contact, trying to spin off it. Peake, here it comes. He scores! Andrew Peake from the right point. It looked like it may have glanced off something. And I think it was Tanner Jeannot. 5-1 Bruins.
Yeah, with bodies missing and the line change and very few whistles, Pasternak ends out there with Jeannot and Corrali, which can happen in a line change, all night long. But he makes a nice possession kind of play.
They are 9th in the league at the start of the day in offense here in the National Hockey League. Zadorov nearly collected.
1 minute remaining in the second period.
Here's Konechny wheeling in. Shoots, Swayman the save, and the rebound. Swayman stops. The third chance. Grabenkin scores.
It's a nice play right off the face-off, and Zadorov tries to go short side high, and what normally should come around that wall or the glass right to his partner, Peake. But it takes a funny bounce out to the middle of the ice with something on it and connecting. When you're hot, that puck finds you. Swayman denies him once, twice.
Pasternak swings it back of the net. Asimov spins. Patra shoots. Ersson the stop. Rebound. Lindholm trying to jam it away from Hathaway, and it pops out. Couturier, the captain, got bumped there by Mitten. Delorier put a shoulder into him. Here's Sanheim, walks in, shoots, Swayman the save. Pulled out of there by Middlestad. Pasternak shoots, couldn't find the 5-hole on Vladar. Extra attacker on, Vladar to the bench. Aspera wings it to McAvoy. He'll wire it all the way down. Deflected. Hustadinov shoots. He scores! Murat Hustadinov settled that puck and finishes off the Flyers. It's 6-2.
McAvoy's just going to rip this thing long distance. Deflects off the Flyers in the neighborhood of Hustadinov.
Flyers bang it in deep. Lindholm back to get it. To Corrali. Off the wall. This won't get out. Held in by Tippett. Up top. Now Tippett, the one-timer. Swayman the save. There's a rebound. Kicked around. They score. Back door. Matvei Michkov able to drive one in. And it's 6-3 Bruins with 1:41 left.
Probably see another goaltender pull. They didn't do it here because they have the power play. But Swayman handles that drive from distance from Tippett, but it just kind of squeezes off his body and stays in play. And he can't get his glove on it. Tries to rail it in.
And the Bruins fade back. They'll take this puck deep into their own zone. Little conversation going on with Mark Katzlik and Nikita Grabenkin. And this game, it's gone final. The Bruins win.